Recording in progress.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm good.
How was your day?
It's good.
Okay, let's start. Say the dua. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ربي
ربي
شرح لي
اشرح لي
صدري
صدري
ويسر
ويسر
لي
لي
أمري
أمري
واحلل
واحلل
عقدة
عقدة
من لساني
من لساني
يفقه
يفقه
قولي.
قولي.
ربي
ربي
زدني
زدني
علما.
علما.
ربي
ربي
زدني
زدني
علما.
علما.
Okay, in our last class, we did the signs of the maddas, right?
Yep.
So can you tell me about them a little bit?
The signs of mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's alif madda, and that needs to have a zabar before it.
Yeah.
And then there's the waw madda, which has to have a pesh before it, and the waw has to have a sukoon on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ya madda, which has a zer with the letter before it and has to have a sukoon above it.
Yeah. What do we call them?
Called that.
Basically, like the letters of maddas or the signs of maddas?
Could you say that again?
Do we call them as letters of maddas or the signs of maddas?
The letters.
Yeah, the letters, because we stretch the alif, waw, and ya in these specific conditions, right?
Yeah.
And what does this symbolize? The one that are not common signs of zabar, zair, and pesh, but there are some like standing or inverted signs.
I'm not sure. The audio keeps cutting and I can't hear you.
Oh, what about now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that these, if you can see over here in the pink color, we have the standing zabar. That is different from the simple zabar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what we studied about these ones?
The standings of it is you stretch for 3 seconds long.
Yeah, and we call them as the signs of maddas, right?
Yeah.
Just because they are just stretched like the letters of maddas, okay? So letters of maddas are alif, waw, and ya. And the signs of maddas are basically the standing zabar, then the standing zayer, and the inverted pesh, right? And we stretch both of them for 3 seconds long, right?
Yeah.
So the stretching, if we have the signs are basically replacing the letters of maddas, okay? Perfect.
Okay.
And we are going to stretch them just the way we stretch the other ones. Let's do the exercise from the bottom. Yeah, we will do these 2 lines because they do have the zabar, zair, and pesh. Okay, from here, this one. Can you say this one?
Wajhihi.
Yeah. Do we have to do anything on Jim as well?
Oh, you have to bounce it.
Yeah, let's say it again.
Wajhihi.
Perfect.
Barakihi.
Good job.
Ilafihim.
Yeah.
Bimuz. Bimuzahim. he.
Yeah, let's make this one a bit more deeper. بمزاح زيحي بي.
بمزحزحه
Good job.
معه
Yeah,
يراه
good.
فله
Yeah,
رزقه
good.
خلقه
Yeah, the letter kha more strongly.
أم خلقه
Yeah, with like KH sound. Kha, khalaqahu.
خلقه
Good. One more time.
خلقه
Perfect. Okay, this one.
فصاله
Yeah, make the letter swad more heavier.
فصال فصاله
Yeah, this one.
ختام ختامه
Good.
نعمة نعمه
Perfect. Amazing. Okay, we're done with the revision from the lesson of the signs of mothers. Let's start a new lesson today. Okay, so this lesson is going to be very, very, very important, and also easy. It's not that much difficult, but it is one of the most important lessons from this whole qaida. Okay, so you have to be very careful when we are learning it. If you find anything difficult, just let me know. Okay, we will recall it again and again to make it very clear. Okay.
Okay.
So today we are going to learn about some of the nasal sounds and some of the very clear sounds for only two letters. It will be the letter Noon and the letter Meme. In the Holy Quran, you might have heard the recitations from the good reciters. And whenever they are pronouncing some words in the Holy Quran, sometimes the letter Noon is very clear in their recitation, in their pronunciation, and sometimes that Noon is very hidden, right? So when are we going to make the hidden sounds for the Noon, and when are we going to make the clear sounds? These are the things that we have to discuss in this specific ruling. Okay. We are going to divide this ruling into 4 parts to understand 4 different sounds. Okay.
Okay.
All the sounds, all the 4 sounds are going to be dealing with 2 major things. One are the 2 letters, the letter Noon and the letter Mim. And the other one are the 3 harakas, 3 double harakas. Okay. The 3 double harakas are which one? One second. The let's say the 3 signs. The 3 signs are going to be the one that are double signs as double zabar, double zayr, and double pesh, that we all together call as tanween. Okay, tanween is basically the double zabar, double zayr, and double pesh. Okay. Do you study maths? Do you study maths?
Yeah.
In maths, we call as DMAS or board maths. So DMAS is what? It is DMAS. It's like division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction, right? So the DMAS word is basically representing 4 kinds of processes, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we have the word tanween for 3 kinds of sounds. Okay. We have covered these sounds before. We do know how are we going to pronounce the double zabar with an an sound, right?
Yeah.
We do know that. But what do we call as double zabar, double zair, and double pesh all together is tanween, because so many times you will hear from some of your fellows, they will say now the tanween is coming, so you have to focus, or they will refer to to the word tanween so many times. Why? Because they are not going to be specifically saying double zabar. They will say it's tanween, or they will not say it's double z. They will use the term tanween. Okay. So
Okay.
if you hear the word tanween, just understand that it's basically used for only maybe double zabar, maybe double z, or double pesh. Basically the double haraka. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So tanween is also referring to the end sound that is present, or the noon sound that is present on the end of each and every sign. Just like if we have, let me share the whiteboard first, okay? Because I think it's getting messy over here. Okay, so as I told you that, yeah, so these rules are going to be dealing with the letter noon and meme and tanween. And we learned that tanween is basically the double zabar, the double zay, and the double pesh, right? So
Yeah.
tanween is basically identifying the end sound or the noon sound that is present at each and every haraka having the sound at the ending. Like the double zabar gives an un sound, right?
Yeah.
Un is having an ending with the n or noon sound, right?
Yeah.
The double zay gives the letter an in sound, right? Again, we have the noon sound, and then we have the double bass giving an on sound, and again we have the n and the ending, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what this ruling is going to be dealing with is the noon sound and the meme sound. Okay, whether there is a noon present over there in that very word very clearly, or whether there is a double sign making a n sound or the noon sound. Okay. Just
Yeah.
because of the noon sound in the double harakas, we have to deal with the tanween. Okay, we are going to pronounce the tanween and the noon sukoon and the double haraka with 4 different sounds. Okay, let's learn about their names and what do they indicate. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have the second page over here. Let's write the very first one is izhar. Izhar is an Arabic word. It says in English to make very clear. So this it's going to be a clear sound, okay?
Yeah.
A clear sound for what? A clear sound for the sound of the noon, sukoon, or the meme sukoon, or the tanween. Okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes we are going to say this noon sound or this meme sound or these double harakas in the Quran with the clear sounds. Okay? And when we pronounce them with the clear sounds, we say that we have done izhar. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now we have the other term that is idgham. Idgham is again an Arabic term, which means in English to join. Okay. So you have to make a joining sound. Let's say it like that. So you have to join the sound of the noon sakoon or the meme sakoon or again the double harakas with the next letter. Okay. You're going to join the noon sakoon and the double haraka with which one? The next letter.
The next letter.
This way, the sound is no more clear, right? And now it is joining for what? For the same letters, noon and meme, and for the same harakas, the double zabars, or the double z, or the double pesh. I hope you're getting how the sounds are changing for the same letters, right? The sounds are going to be changing. We are not going to change the words. We are going to say the noon sometime very clear, and sometime we are going to join it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have another rule that is izhar, idgham, then we have iqlab. Iqlab. Iqlab basically means you have to change the sound. Change sound into what? Change the sound into meme. Okay. So if you have the sound, the letter noon, change the sound into meme. If you have the letter meme, change it into meme, which is going to be same. If you have the double zabar, the double zir or the double pesh, just change the un sound into Change the N into meme. In sound into in. And the on sound into om. Okay?
Okay.
When are we going to do it and how we are going to do it? Inshallah, we'll be discussing each and every one in detail with the exercise. Okay? For today, you just have to memorize their names and what sounds are they going to make. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So right now we have done the very once again, where is yeah, it's okay. We have done izhar, the very clear sound, idgham, the joining sound for the noon sukoon and the double harakas, and then the iqlab for the meme sounds. We have to change the sound of the noon into a complete meme sound. Okay?
Yeah.
Now we have one more, and this is going to be very interesting. That is repeated so many times, and it's very easy as well, because for that you don't have to memorize any conditions. Okay, so it's basically ikhfa. Ikhfa. Ikhfa it's an Arabic term which means you have to hide. You have to hide the sound of noon. Okay. You're not going to say the noon anymore. You're just going to hide it. You're going to hide it in a way that the person who is going to listen to you is not going to identify whether the letter noon was present in that word or not. Just like in English, we hide some letters, we make them silent, right?
Yeah.
Same way, we are going to hide the voice of the noon in the double zabar as it is un, right? We are going to say it sound. The noon is pronounced halfway. It is hidden. It is there. It's not taken away. It's not changed into meme. It is present there, but it is going to be pronounced halfway. Okay? This is what happens with ikhfa. If I can give you an example of ikhfa, it's like the word hamza, noon, za, and lam. It's like zala. It's like hamza with a noon. If we have to join it, it's an, right?
Yeah.
It should be anzala, right? But in this very word, we have to say this noon halfway. We have to hide the voice of the noon. And I will say the noon, but I will not say it completely. If you can see over here, you will find the letter noon in it. But when I will pronounce it, you will not understand the noon over here. How?
Yeah.
Let me pronounce it. Before we were saying this one as anzala, right?
Yeah.
But the correct way to say it is anzala. So when I pronounce anzala, can you hear the voice of the noon clearly? It's like
Yeah.
So is not an, right?
Yeah.
The real sound was un, but I'm not saying it un. I'm saying it So why I am saying it it's just because of the next letter. Okay?
Yeah.
So the sounds are going to be every time changing just because of the next letter. Sometimes we have to say this noon very clear when they are having 6 letters on only a letter that is going to be belonging to a group of 6 letters. Sometimes we are going to say this noon by joining it just because there is going to be a W sign, the shadda. Okay? Sometimes we are going to say this noon with a meme sound just because there might be a letter ba next to it or there might be a letter meme above it. So right now you just don't have to memorize the things that I'm saying. You just have to focus on the names for today and their meanings. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to understand the definitions for each and every role in our next class. So for today, the lesson for you is that you have to memorize the names of the terms izhar, iqlab, ikhfa, idgham, and you have to memorize what sound are they making. Okay?
Yeah.
What we have to do the izhar is going to be very easy for you because it's like the same way you pronounce the letters. If it's not too much for you, we can do the exercise for izhar today, just if you are okay with the lesson that we have done today.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want to do the izhar exercise?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move towards the qaida and let's learn from there. I will share these pictures with you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Over here we have the qaida again, and this first exercise is going to be with dealing with the rules of izhar. We will do the definition again in the next class in case you don't understand it today. So just go through it and try to just understand it. If it does not happen, we will recall each and everything in the next class so that it becomes easier for you. Okay.
Okay.
So izhar is going to be, as I told you, a very clear sound, right? So pronouncing noon sakin and tanween without a qunna is now called in izhar. Let's ignore the term qunna over here.
Yeah,
Well, we have discussed qunna before, right?
Mm.
When the noon was having a shadda where you were making the nasal sound by stretching it, right?
Yeah.
So this is what we call as qunna. So it says to make apparent. What does to make apparent means?
To make it clear.
Yeah, to make it clear, you have to pronounce the noon sakun and the tanween with a very clear sound. Okay, this is what
Yeah.
izhar means. Now, when we have to make the noon sakun clear, also, do you understand when I say the noon sakun?
Yeah.
So it's basically the letter noon. Let me open the pen. It's basically the letter noon having a sakin above it, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So it says, when can we pronounce it clearly? This takes place when one of the throat letters occur after a noon sakun or tanween. We can say it clearly only when we have throat letters next to the noon sakun. Okay. So what are throat letters? These are the 6 letters that we pronounce basically from our throat. Okay. The letters Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. These are the 6 letters that we pronounce from our throat. Okay. Only if the noon sakun is having a letter that is next to it from the group of these 6 letters, then you have to make the sound of the noon clear. Okay.
Okay.
If you read this one, it's going to be very similar to the exercise of the sakun exercise, the jazam and sakun exercise. Okay, like it's yan auna, no rocket science. We pronounced it by ourselves. We can see no difference, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be different in next exercise when we don't pronounce the noon with a clear sound. So over here, what we did was we joined the ya with the noon, making it very clear. Jan. Why we are pronouncing it clear? Just because, can you tell me which letter is present after the noon?
As a throat letter, as a hamza.
It is a hamza. It is one of the throat letters. Now it says you can pronounce the noon with a clear sound. So we have to say it yan aun. Okay. In the next word, there is a noon sekun. Which letter is present next to it?
Ha.
Ha. Ha is a part of the throat letters, right?
Yeah.
So this is a different shape for ha. Ha is basically used in the Quran with 3 shapes. It can be around like this one, it can be like this one, or it can be like this one. So this is basically one more shape of the ha, okay?
Yeah.
So just because we have the ha next to the noon sakun, we have to make the noon sakun sound very clear. That is yan haun, right? Okay, this one. We have the noon sakun. Which letter is present next to it?
Ain.
Is ain from the letters of from of throat?
Yes.
Perfect. So can you pronounce it very clear? The noon.
And yan equal.
Yeah, we pronounce the noon sound very clear. Jan. Y-A-N is making an N sound at the ending very clear, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yan aiko. Okay. Over here, this is a noun sequence. Which letter is present next to it?
Ha.
Ha is from the group of 6 letters of throat, right?
Yep.
So let's say it.
Yan he tauna.
Ta with a page.
Oh, tuna.
Okay, again.
Yan he tuna.
Yeah, it is a wow meta, so we have to switch it.
Oh, yan he tuna.
Good job. Okay. Over here we have the noon sukoon again. The next letter is ghain. Is it from the letters of throat?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Join it.
Um, fasatun,
The letter here.
fasatun. Oh, fasayun riduna,
Good job. Good job. Okay. One more time.
fasayun riduna.
Perfect. Okay, this one. We have the noon sukoon again, and the next letter is ha, which is from the letters of kalkala, right?
Mm.
Say it with the clear sounds.
Yalmun.
Hamza with the lam.
Oh, almun niqatu.
Yeah, again, we don't have to stretch the simple zabar there, okay?
Um, al almunha almunhaniqatun.
Yeah, almun khani qatu.
Al almunhaniqatun.
Good job, perfect. Okay, we will do the rest of the exercise inshallah in the next class. For this lesson, you just have to memorize the four names. We will be discussing these names very often, again and again, so that it becomes the sounds become very clear to you. Okay. What you can do is you can just memorize the meaning of izhar, that is to make clear sounds for the noon sukoon and the double harakas. Okay. And when do we have to make it clear?
We have to make it clear
Only when.
only when the throat letters are there or when there's tanween.
Yeah, whenever you see the noon sukoon in any word
Mm.
or you see the tanween, the double harakah, just look which letter is present next to it. If the letter is from the throat letters, just make the sound of that noon sukoon or the double harakah very clear. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, amazing. So, is there any confusion from today's lesson?
No.
Amazing. I will share the meanings for all these four terms. You just have to memorize for Izhar, okay?
Yeah.
And make sure you memorize these six letters by heart because if you memorize these six letters by heart, the next three rules are going to be very easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because for these ones, if you won't need to memorize the next letters. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Inshallah. Okay, we are done. I will share this whole exercise with you and you can do the practice, but we haven't done the pronunciations with the double haraka. We will do them in the next class. Okay?
Okay.
We are done with the lesson over here. Let's do the dua now. Okay, yeah, the one that we should say when we lose something. Yeah, this one.
Okay. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Good. One more time.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Perfect. And okay, let's learn this one. So it says dua when it rains. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us this dua so that we can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the rain that benefits us. Okay. Why? Because the rain can be very dangerous. Like it can cause flood, it can cause lightning that can cause fire, or it can be harmful for the human beings in different ways, right? So we should always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the rain that is a source of blessing for us. Okay? The rain that is going to help not only the human beings but the animals and the crops as well. Not the rain that is going to make the situation difficult for the human beings and the animals and the rain that is going to spoil the crops because there are certain times that if it rains the crops are going to be spoiled, so we should always ask for the rain that is having a blessing in it. Let's say it. Allahumma
Allahumma
صيبا
صيبا
نافئا.
نافعا.
Yeah, so Ain is having the double zabar, but just because we have to end over here, we are going to change it into single zabar. Okay?
Yeah.
Allahumma
Allahumma
صيبا
طيبا
نافعا.
نافعا
اللهم
اللهم
طيبا
طيبا
نافعا.
نافعا.
Yeah, this means, oh Allah, bring beneficial rain clouds to us. Okay? You
Mhm.
should say it whenever it starts raining. Also, whenever we do need the rain, but it's not happening, just like it's very warm in summers, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa
Yeah.
ta'ala for rain, we can also say it at that time. Also, do you know one more thing, that the du'as that are made while it's raining are heard more oftenly. So whenever
Yeah.
it rains, always try to make the du'as that you want to see coming
Mhm.
true in this dunya. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, because it is a source of one of the greatest chance that it gets accepted and you can enjoy the reward in this dunya. So always make the dua at that time. We're done with the lesson over here. Any questions?
No.
Okay, then see you inshallah in the next class. Have a great day ahead. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Enjoy the
Waalaikumsalam.
weekend. Bye.
Bye.